Hey, what's up, guys? Coach Kyle here, ready to prepare you for liftoff. So, hey, day one of our official contest. And it actually started on Saturday with some of you that came in and got your measurements done in the weigh-ins, or the weigh-ins. We didn't do measurements, but your weigh-ins, which I applaud you on. It always takes some courage to step on a scale and see where you're at. But that's the courage that's going to help you begin to fuel your desire to change, because maybe some of you had some aha moments. Maybe some of you were surprised. Some of you had no idea what to expect. But it's really important to understand how important those measures are. And that's why we have that InBody machine. And that's why we're going to be doing that once a month, for us to really get a clear understanding of what our health is at, where our health is at. And a lot of you, you're surprised by your body fat, surprised by how much you weighed, surprised by your total body water. And like I always tell you guys, we can do nothing about the past. So let's do something today that could be really victorious, something today that could be impactful for the rest of your life. And that's what this program is about. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you haven't seen this page right here, I know some of you have already answered your questions and stuff like that. You did your workshop, which is great. But today I'm going to mostly be giving you ideas on what to do to take 5 minutes of action or to make time for yourself. So let me go back to my archives here, because I've been in this since November. So if you're still here, then we need to get you to move on to day one, which would be today. This page right here that you see, and if you click on it, this should be what we sent you on Saturday. So you have your home page. I'm not going to go too deep in this because it's pretty self-explanatory, but this is where we're at. Prepare for liftoff. New habit. This is what you'll always see each day for the next 2 weeks. Well, right here will be different, but your new habit, you'll see this for the next 2 weeks, where it says new habit, take 5 minutes of action. For women, it's make time, so they just word it differently. Okay, so this is what you're going to want to say yes to no to if you did it, and this is what you're going to want to complete. Are these little workshops here? And guys, I encourage you. I tell you, do not miss any of these steps. It's literally take 5 minutes out of your day max. It doesn't take 15 minutes like it says down here to do this. So literally take 5 minutes, 10 minutes max of your day to work on yourself. And that's how I want you to look at it. When you look at these emails, you're working on yourself. I'm going to keep telling you how far this program has come, and why we're implementing this is this precision nutrition is the real deal. It's been around for 15 years, and it's helped so many people that it works. Okay, so don't take it lightly. Don't think that you don't need to do it or you're too good for it. Just get back to the fundamentals. Keep that open mind like we talked about. Okay, so this is what you're going to see every day is a workshop, and then if you did your habit or not, just say yes or no to this, and then do your workshop. That's how you're going to score points each and every day for the contest. Okay, so let's get into it. So if you don't know where we're at, you need to fill this out first, or you need to look into this first. If you did your habit, press yes or click yes. If not, press no. That alone is going to score points, even if you didn't do your habit. So if you press no, you're still answering the question. So, I don't expect everyone to be 100% on completing their habits. But as long as you told me that, and you told yourself that, and you're real with yourself, then that's what matters. Some transparency. Alright, so let's go into what today should look like for you. Prepare for liftoff. Lesson number 1. And it always starts on Mondays. So, let's go. So what you could do is listen to today's lesson, or you can simply just answer the questions. So all it's telling you is more about the program, how it works, what you can look forward to during your coaching experience. Learn about your first habit. Every day, a habit card will pop up on today's page. Try the habit, tick it off, high five yourself. Every 2 weeks, you'll get a new habit to practice. Over time, those habits will add up and become seamless. You don't have to think about it. So, again, these habits, which is make time right here, these are anchoring habits. They're supposed to seem easy, they're supposed to be fundamental, because when we start getting into food and we start getting into other choices like counting or meal planning and prepping, you're going to need some confidence, you're going to need some courage, you're going to need some willpower to make that happen. I don't always want to prep my meals on Saturday and Sunday. I don't always want to eat clean. Like I have the same feelings. But in order to get to the point where when you don't want to do something but you still do it anyway, it takes consistency of the fundamental stuff, which is right here, is making time for yourself. Telling your brain, hey, I am going to make time for myself today. Okay, so I'm going to give you some more options of what those are. So, here it is for guys. I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to eat right. We get it. You're busy. We're busy too. When you're busy, you need to have a plan to get the important stuff done, because getting into shape won't happen by accident. Remember, nobody is going to give you time. You have to take that time. Create time, carve it out, grab it, defend it like a berserker once you've got it. I'm not sure what this means, but I'm sure I could figure it out, because that time is an appointment with you. Here's what a few of our PN coaches, as husbands and fathers, say about making time. And obviously women, they're going to have the female version on here. So it just puts you guys in control. Remember, we talked about control. You want control of your life. You want control of your time. And when you make time for yourself, you're in control. When you prep your food, you're in control of what you eat. When you count how many chews it takes before you swallow, you're in control. Okay, so it's all about control. So you need time to change your body. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so then it moves on to what to expect this week. And this is going to answer some of your guys' questions. Is your owner's manual, how to make PN coaching your program, your journey, your choice. Wednesday, it's going to ask you, are you ready? Are you willing? Are you able? How ready are you for change? And what's holding you back? Thursday, the 5 whys. Why are you here? Why does it matter? Remember, we talked about when you know your why, when you figure out your why, you'll figure out the how on how to get there. So this is going to touch on that a little bit. Friday, your destination postcard. What do you want out of PN coaching? What does on track look like to you? And I love this one, and I've actually done this before. This destination postcard is, you're literally kind of looking at where you want to go with everything. It's kind of like your end goal, your end vision. And if you've been in practice last week, we talked about if you were to look at your life, let's just say at 100 years old, very ambitious, 100 years old, and you were to talk to every single family member and every single friend and coworker and anyone related to you that you wanted to be at this speech, and you talked about this destination postcard, what would you say? What would be the things that you loved about your life? What would be the things that you say that you've accomplished and you're so grateful that you did? Let's make your health and fitness one of them. Put that on your destination postcard, and you'll see more of that Friday. Saturday is when you guys will upload your progress. So what that means is you're going to be taking your before and after pictures. I took some of them with you guys, but I'm expecting you to upload these yourself, which is Saturday. Remember, those are 20 points, if I recall, per month. So you'll get 100 total points for just doing your pictures. And again, rest assured, these are going to be for me and you. I'm not going to broadcast these unless you say it's okay. And unless your transformation's awesome, I'm not going to broadcast them unless we've seen some results. So that's first and foremost about that. So Saturday, they're going to tell you how to do that. And part of your lesson, part of you getting points is reading that and completing it. Okay? And then Sunday is just a weekly review. All you're going to do on that day is you only have 1 point available. Is that saying if you did your habit or not? There's not going to be a workshop. There's not going to be like any questions or anything. It's just, hey, did you do your workshop? Hey, did you do your habit? Yes or no? All right? So, what to do today? This is important, guys. What to do today? A lot of times we put our time before a shirt, but just focus on today. Right here. Orient yourself. Start putting yourself in control. Nobody will ever give you permission to get fitter and stronger. You have to take it. So read all this stuff. Let this resonate, okay? So with making time, let's go over this. So the questions today, look at your calendar. What's coming up for you the next couple weeks? What other things like might demand your time? And you go ahead and answer that. What could you make time for yourself and stay on track with PN coaching over the next 2 weeks? So I wrote less time on my laptop, more time on documenting videos, and this is for marketing and stuff like that. So just kind of getting on my laptop. I'm bringing self-awareness to myself. Okay. Commit to taking action right now. How will you take time, or how will you make time for PN coaching today? I'm going to document some videos. So I literally have been doing that, just documenting videos and putting them up on Facebook. And then that's it, and then you submit it. And what I'll do is I'll be able to receive it on the other end. And I saw some of you guys have already done this, which is great. Just knock it out first thing in the morning, right when you check your email. Just go ahead and answer these. Don't do anything else. Don't get distracted, because you know the day will get the best of you. All right, so let's go over making time for yourself. I'm gonna have to go into one of your guys's here. So I'm gonna do this. Make time for yourself. This is on my end. So I'm gonna go into Amanda's here. So weighting measurements, habits. All right, so for the ladies, and this will go for the guys as well, this is what it's going to look like. Did you do your habit today? Over the next 2 weeks, focus exclusively on doing this habit. We'll explain more. So how it works, based on what you know about yourself, we're going to pick one thing to improve that you want to make improvements on. We're going to break that into very, very small, simple habits. So here it is. Ideas for actions. Here are some general things to try. Book a medical appointment you've been putting off. So any of you that need to go to the dentist, if you need to go see your health practitioner, if you need to get an allergy test done, if you want to get some blood taken, this could be 5 minutes of action that you could take today. Now obviously that would be only one time that you're doing that. You're not doing that every single day. So that could be one thing to do over the next 2 weeks, and keep that simple. In addition to that, you can make some small nutritional improvements. And you know what we talk about. The first thing that you guys should be doing, especially those I've talked to on Saturday, is adding water into your life. Please, please add some water into your life. Not for me, not for any other coaches, but for yourself. And that is starting your day with water, drinking a little bit throughout the day, and then ending your day with water. So many of you are under 50% of hydration with your body, and I'm telling you, that's not going to be okay for you moving forward. Your body's not going to operate on a level that it wants to operate because it's dehydrated, even though it doesn't feel like you're thirsty, or it doesn't feel like your mouth has you don't have cotton mouth or anything like that. So it doesn't always mean that. If you have headaches, if your muscles are sore all the time, if you're not going to the bathroom regularly, or your urine is really dark, these are signs of dehydration. Okay, so that would probably be number one habit that everyone could work on. And if you already drink enough water, and we've seen that, then we're going to figure out something else, because I'm going to be talking to you guys individually as well on committing to one of these things. I'm not just going to give you ideas and you're going to say, oh, I'm just going to do that and this, and no one's going to hold you accountable. That's the whole point of this, is me to coach you through it. Okay, so what else do they have? Take a multivitamin. That could be one. Take a probiotic. That could be one. Take some amino acids. If you don't know what amino acids are, they are what repairs your muscles when they're broken down. So when you work out, you break down your muscle. You have tissue that literally tears. You have micro tears. And amino acids come from protein. So any type of chicken, any type of beef, fish, plants have amino acids in them. Eggs, any protein is made up of amino acids. And so what you do is you get it in the purest form, often a powder, and you can put it in water, and that's what you see people use at our dojos. They have this colored look-alike thing in their shaker bottle. It's probably amino acids. So that's something that you could take, and that helps with soreness. It helps you recover. Remember, when we work out, we want to recover. That's how we repair. That's how we help build more lean tissue. Okay, so get 5 minutes of fresh air and sunlight during the day. So if you guys are stuck at a job or a desk job, and you don't go outside a lot, go get some sunlight. The sun is so powerful and so nourishing to the body in small doses. Just getting a little bit of sunlight helps uplift you and help kind of wash off the energy that you are accumulating in an office. In an office, if you have the windows closed, there's no fresh air. Getting out, getting some fresh air, getting some sunlight could really make the difference in your day. And you're not going to see drastic change immediately. It's just one of those things that it needs to be consistent with. All right, so then it's going to say, what is one small action I can take today that would make me feel just a little more awesome? And that's what it's about, guys. What could you do today? That's why I love this stuff. I've been talking about winning the day for such a long time, and I don't know if it's from this program or New Training for Warriors or any other education that I put myself through, but this is all coming together, and I know how important this stuff is for you getting to the best shape of your life. And this is all the stuff that I believe in. This is all the stuff TFW believes in. This is all the stuff PN believes in. And I'm just bringing it to you all in one system. So what is your 5 minutes of action? Are you going to take a multivitamin? Are you going to drink more water? Are you going to get out and get some sunlight? Are you going to make a doctor's appointment? Are you going to make a phone call to a relative or a stranger that you've been meaning to call or talk to? Are you going to take a probiotic? Are you going to start drinking some amino acids? And again, we're going to go over this individually. I am with you, and hold you accountable to that, because I need to know what you're going to do in order for me to check in with you and making sure you're doing it, and you're not just saying you're doing it, and then when you're not getting results, you're curious on why. So this stuff is easily measurable, behavioral habits. All right, guys. So hey, that's it for today. We're going to do one of these every 2 weeks. Every time you get a new habit, take on the day. I'll be in touch with you guys shortly this week individually. That way we could discuss your habit in detail, and I can answer any questions that you have. But hey, I'll see you guys at practice tonight. If you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Otherwise, win the day. Let's do it. See you guys soon.